I think another thing that you just kind of highlighted it, um, as it pertains to this new fluidness of relationships, how are the children impacted?
Ah,
And I think the most common example we have is really Mormonism, because it's been more, the sister wives and the multiple families
yeah.
in this compound-ish type of environment.
Hmm.
But when you're starting to bring in these men with women, and it's starting to be a little bit more prevalent with poly across the board, how does that play out when it's enough going to school saying I have two mommies and two daddies? How do you go to school and say I have two mommies and a daddy, two daddies and a mama? Like, I just wonder how this is all gonna impact children. And because a lot of times when I hear about these relationships and on podcasts or just different things, it's usually coming from the standpoint, well, if I can't say it's usually, they don't highlight whether children are involved, whether
Right.
they have children, the plan to have children. So I think that would be interesting to, explore and see how things
Yeah.
are with that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's sad. I almost want to say, don't nobody care about the babies.
It's
Because
just
see, when
all
you're
about, yeah.
selfish, when it's a lust, now they'll tell you, oh, it's not lust driven. But when you're wanting what you want, rejecting the standard of God, there is an element of lust there.
Hmm.
When you want what you want, it becomes, and that's with anybody, that becomes these kids will be all right. It will be the same as me having men coming in and out of my house as a single woman and not caring how that affected my kids because
Yeah.
I don't want to be alone tonight.
Hmm.
Were
Mm.
you going to say something, Holly?
Oh, I was just gonna, just kind of piggyback off of the whole situation when you were talking about, people always try to mention those relationships, but they never consider the consequences and how, with Solomon, wasn't it his wives that took his heart, away from God because he
Yes.
served other
Yeah.
gods?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like you have all these different people coming in with different interests, that may be different from your own, that may pull you away,
Mm-hmm.
from God's intent. And then that filters down, like Sweet was saying, into your seed, into your bloodline. You crossing all these different bloodlines, all
Yeah.
these different, you don't know what these people had to deal with in their bloodline, what these people had, and so
Mm-hmm.
all of that is converging together and just creating this melting pot of disaster because
Yeah.
you just don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you're dealing with this woman, her family. You got to deal when you marry people, you marry their
Their
families,
Yeah.
right?
families.
So okay,
Yeah.
you dealing with this person family, that person family, your family,
Mm-hmm.
all of this is coming together. You never know what people are dealing with down their bloodlines, whether it be addiction, whether it be witchcraft, whether it be, I mean, all this stuff is converging and you having to battle
Yeah.
all of it because you took it
Right.
on when you said I do.
Or just become a
So
mindless victim of it.
yeah, I've become a
Yeah.
mindless victim. So yeah, it's crazy. But
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot to
yeah.
think about when you go into this. Not this is cool. And Solomon did it. It's
Yeah.
more to it.
Right.